Guys, this is the section of the show where we talk about the recent albums that have come out, and one of the most popular ones right now is honestly Nevermind
Or
by
not
Drake.
so popular right now. You know,
Is it not?
a
It's
lot of
Drake,
people,
bro.
a
It's not-
lot of people hate it.
Okay.
But it is cool to hate on it as well. You know.
What are your thoughts on it?
So, initially when I heard the album and I heard it was gonna be like a dance album, you know this, I'm not a fan of his like singing songs.
Yeah.
Like I was not a fan of More Life. I didn't like the passion fruit kind of dancey vibe or whatever. But for some reason, there's just something about him putting out a project like after his main release.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're reading this is too late, and you know More Life. I didn't like More Life too much, and this one.
Let's talk about If You're Reading This Is Too Late, because that was another surprise drop that we got.
Yes.
That one did amazing.
Yeah.
This was another surprise drop. Lowest first day streaming numbers
Yeah.
of Drake of all time.
You know, that's true, but I feel like If You're Reading This was at his absolute peak. You know what I mean? And people were really rooting for him to come up back then. I mean, this was right after Nothing Was the Same. And If You're Reading This was like right up there, man. This one, like, honestly, Nevermind. After CLB was...
Oh, speaking of,
yeah.
I don't know
yes,
if that camera
yes.
can see this, but we did a little bit for promo for the show,
Yeah.
and I went and got the heart in my hair.
You guys probably see.
you
know,
you
before
would
this
have seen it.
actually,
Yeah. Let me
Um,
talk about Honestly Nevermind,
Mm.
because I have a pretty nuanced take on it.
Okay.
It is the laziest Drake album I've ever heard in my life. Okay? When I think about what Drake is doing in the studio when
Mhm,
he's
mhm.
in that album making process, he's pretty much just writing the lyrics. It's not
Yeah.
like he's sitting with 40 and
Yeah.
programming drums, and most of this album is music. Even the songwriting, even the lyrics are the worst Drake lyrics I've ever heard. Okay? Straight up.
They're not the best.
They're horrible.
not the best.
But having said that, I do think that this album is the perfect album for a lot of people to listen to.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all your friends right now, they either love hip hop or they love tech music
Yeah.
or house or some
yeah,
bullshit.
Yeah, that's true.
And he has somehow made it this perfect mix of like, if you're in the room and you want to play an album,
Yeah.
that's the one you're going for, because no one's going to have a problem with
Yeah,
that.
no, he's the best at like blending styles like that, man.
He's the king
Yeah,
of that.
Yeah. No,
I just
so
wish he put a
this,
little more effort into
No,
it.
I was
man.
gonna say it is lazy. Like all the songs kind of sound the same. You can play it all in one go. You won't notice the difference
Yeah.
until maybe like the last track. But I'm gonna give him a pass on that, man. You know, after CLB releasing like a experimental EP with house, experimenting with all that, I'll give him a pass. Like it has banging songs. Like you've heard Massive, right?
Massive is great.
is my favorite song off the album. I would never have thought in a million years that I would actually like that song.
Yeah.
Based off my, you know this, I don't like that side of him.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised. I don't know. I think I've played this album.
I love that line from that song. I know my funeral gonna be lit because how I treated
we spoke
people."
about this.
Yeah.
This is
Such a
sweet
sweet
one.
line.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. My favorite song is "Tie That Binds."
Oh, that's
You know the one with the
that's-
guitar?
Yeah, that bangs.
But speaking of his laziness, man, even the album cover just sucked.
Yeah,
It's literally something you can do on Photoshop in like 2 minutes. There's an
I mean,
effect in Photoshop.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're reading this was too late, was like hand drawn. I mean, come on, let's not.
But that was
let's not get into
iconic,
it.
bro.
That was
You
iconic.
know how many people
that
use
was
that?
dude. That was iconic. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even this one is gonna be iconic as well. You just gotta sit with it for a couple of days. Like, I know people who've heard this album, and there's some of you out there. You know who I'm talking about. You listen to this album, and it's very easy for you to say that, yeah, just kind of dismiss it.
Honestly.
And then, yeah, never
Never
mind.
mind.
You know, and then you hear it outside, and as you start shazamming it, and you're just like, wow, what is that? This is on that Drake album as well? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay. And then it becomes like, you're too embarrassed to tell people that, oh, yeah, I was trashing it before, but I can't stop playing it. You know what I mean? So what it did actually was it made me go back to More Life. And it made
Mhm.
me go back to Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
I've given Scorpion a lot of trash in the past, but it's grown on me. You know, and this album really made me go back and listen to some songs that I wouldn't have listened to otherwise. And it made me appreciate that even more, which was a cool surprise for me.
I feel like every Drake album has grown on me. So
Well, that's just the thing. It does. It
but
always does.
this one I just don't see it happening. Even CLB for that matter, like I didn't love it,
Okay.
and I still don't love it.
Yeah, it's the guy with the heart in his head. But no, I was a huge CLB fan.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, after I stopped resisting it a little bit. You go in with such high expectations, you're going to get disappointed. It happens. So just enjoy the music, man. That's what I would say. Like if you're a fan of the artist especially, just give it some time.
So what's your rating
Honestly, Nevermind,
out of 10?
out of 10. I'd give it a 7.5.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'd give it 7.5.
I'm feeling a 6.5
Yeah.
because I listened to 4 songs.
We'll get back to that. Dude, I honestly listened to every single song on that album. I don't know why.
Because you shuffle it and you just let it go, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you're selecting the song.
No. When you listen to an album on Spotify, you can't shuffle.
You can
You
play
have
a
to just
song
let
and
it
then
play.
shuffle.
Oh,
That's what I
I'm
do.
I'm not doing that anyway. So yeah, I mean, it all sounds the same though. That's the thing. Like it's great.
You know
come back
what
to
it
this in,
taught
like, a
me
couple
though,
of weeks.
because so the Drake album came out last Friday?
Yeah.
I think I've heard it at least like 17 times so far, just on shuffle. The Kendrick album, I heard it the first week and I'm not gone back to it at all.
So that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
That is an interesting one because I feel the same way. Like a lot of his great albums are not replayable.
Yeah.
Like they don't have such high replay value. Like even To Pimp a Butterfly, great album, very low replay value, right? So you got to look at it as what he intended to put out. He didn't have like Humble or Love or anything. It wasn't. It wasn't necessarily like a commercial album. I guess N95. If you really
none of it,
really want to
man.
get there. We Cry Together, classic.
Die Hard is probably the most poppy one. I've heard that at
Um,
clubs and stuff.
You know what? With the Kendrick album, I don't even remember the songs. I just kind of let it play as well.
Well, guys, let us know what you think about Honestly Nevermind, because it's an underwhelming 6.5 from me and a 7.5 from Jay.
It's a surprising 7.5 for me.
Oh, it's surprising?
It's a surprise because, dude, trust me, I did not expect to like this album, but I did.